Right then, let's talk player ratings for that absolute disgrace yesterday. Bayende. So, a game to forget for him. Thrust into the spotlight. Clearly isn't good enough. His passing was especially alarming. 27 out of 57 passes, and we didn't really go long all that much either, to be honest with you. Didn't really make any sort of saves. You know, their XG was half of what their actual goals was. Obviously had one error leading directly to a goal. Far from reassuring, unsettled the entire back line. 3 out of 10. Mazraoui. Again, for someone that's been so good this season, it's a 4 out of 10 for Mazraoui. It was an error-strewn performance that kind of epitomised United's defensive woes, to be honest with you. He had a mistake. I mean, he slipped, but it is one of those, isn't it? Which really shifted the momentum decisively in Newcastle's favour. His passing was okay, 26 out of 30, but you know, United didn't really get on the ball all that much. We couldn't really get on the ball all that much. Just unfortunate, to be honest. Again, decent in his duels, won 5 out of 9, as he typically does. But that mistake overshadowed anything positive that he did. He's been so reliable, but yeah, wasn't his day. Lindelof, 5.5 out of 10. It was a bit of a mixed display, to be honest. I think he could have done better for the first goal. I feel like he let Isak get away from him a little bit for it. Did okay with the ball, 95% pass accuracy, 36 out of 38. But he's a senior defender in that lineup, really, and you would expect more from him. He won 4 aerial duels. He had 6 clearances, which, again, looks decent on paper, but there was no authority. There was no aggression. He didn't really lead or command the back line, and we were very reactive rather than proactive, which he can't be against Newcastle. His failure or inability to help us play out was a problem. So yeah, he gets a 5. Lenny Euro, probably the most composed out of United's defensive trio, to be honest with you. He was on the ball a hell of a lot, considering the way the game ended up shaking out. 62 out of 68 pass completion, 91%. He was the only reliable one that you could give the ball to and see something happen with. He was very key in trying to break Newcastle's press, and when you consider he's got Amass alongside him as well, you know, he could have been targeted and a big problem for us. But he had 8 key defensive actions, 6 clearances. He's still got a long way to go physically. He's not physically imposing, but all of the other aspects of his game were really good. So I'm going to say 7 for Lenny Euro. Decision-making, maturity, very, very promising composed performance again for him. Yes, room for improvement, but very, very good showing from Lenny Euro in not great circumstances. Delo, 6. It was probably all right. Offensively, he got an assist and he was trying to make things happen. 1 successful cross. He won 5 out of 9 of his ground duels, which is good. 27 out of 32 passes, which is okay. His forward runs were promising, but there wasn't a lot of defensive solidity from him. And there's arguably a little bit of confusion about when to stay, when to go, and when to gamble, and when to, and when to, maybe be a bit conservative with it. And highlighted by the fact that we lost 4-1. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be like, well, do you know what, you got it spot on. Because he didn't. None of them did, to be honest with you. So, yeah. 6 out of 10, I think, for Delo.
Spring cleaning isn't just for finally tossing out a fedora that you swore would make a comeback. It's for hitting reset on your grooming routine. Manscaped's Beard and Balls bundle has got you covered from cheek to cheek. Clearing out the overgrowth winter left behind, it is time to weed whack, to hedge trim, and to make sure the lawn is looking manicured for the season. Because nothing says fresh start like a sharp beard, and more importantly, a landscaped lawn. Join over 12 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and use the code Howson, that is Howson, for 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. The beard hedger keeps your beard crisp like a freshly bloomed flower, while the lawnmower ultra clears out the underbrush, because confidence grows best with the right tools. And there's 20 adjustable settings on the beard hedger, effortlessly shaping your beard from a light spring stubble to a bold, well-defined style. The Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra dual blade system has got interchangeable foil and trimmer blades, and it keeps things fresh and smooth in the most sensitive spots. Listen, you know what Manscaped is by now. You surely do. If this is your first day on the internet, well, welcome for starters. But if it's not, then you already know what Manscaped can do. Do not cut corners on your grooming routine. Upgrade to the Beard and Balls bundle from Manscaped. Visit manscaped.com. Use the code Howson, that's Howson. Get 20% off and free shipping. And if you need it today, you can even find Manscaped at a store near you. Stay fresh this season for everyone's sake and level up your grooming game today.
Ugarte, the numbers were good. And he probably played on his own a little bit. I'm going to say 6.5, right? He's not a big physical presence, but he was a physical presence. Does that make sense? Like, he's not physically imposing, but he put himself about with energy. And it was a pretty passive performance by all of those around him. Stats-wise, he was outrageous. Won 10 out of 15 duels, 89% pass accuracy, which is fine. 39 out of 44. He showed decent retention under pressure. Just the fact that he can't get on the ball, get on the turn, was a problem for us. He had 2 tackles, 5 other defensive actions. He did cover ground well. Sometimes he didn't get it right either. We lost 4-1. But he didn't get the positioning right and played alongside Eriksen. If you don't get it right, there's a massive hole going to be there. But if you give us 2 Ugartes to play in that position, I think you'll still struggle getting on the turn and playing out, but defensively you'll be a lot more secure. So 6, I think, for Ugarte. Eriksen, 5. Again, he got on the ball, 42 out of 47 passes, 89% accuracy, but 0 key passes. He only won 2 duels, and he was totally bypassed by Newcastle midfield. If you're not going to create chances, you can't be in a team, because that's what you're not offering anything else. You're there to maybe set the tempo and create chances, and if you're not doing that, you're not going to do anything. So 5 out of 10, I think, for Christian Eriksen. Amass, I'm going to say 6 out of 10. 3 clearances, 3 blocks. Pretty solid with his passing, 79% pass completion. Obviously only played an hour, but a pretty solid start, I think, for him. Absolutely a learning curve, but, tough place to go and get your first start, tough circumstances, but I thought he did okay. Like I said, he didn't stand out, certainly wasn't a weak link for us, so he did okay. Bruno, 6.5 out of 10. United's only significant attacking opportunities, as usual, came through him. 2 key passes, 1 big chance. 74% pass accuracy, lost the ball 16 times. It is what he does. But he is trying to make things happen. Wasn't his best game, certainly wasn't his worst game. Yeah, one of them. 6.5. Garnacho, 6.5. Again, lively, pretty direct. Probably United's best attacking player, which doesn't actually mean a lot, really, in the grand scheme of things. He got 2 shots on target, took his goal really well. Only won 2 duels. Again, he was only on the pitch for an hour, so it was an all-right performance from Garnacho. Nothing to write home about. He took his goal really well. Zirkzee, he missed a decent chance, and his link-up play was decent. I don't understand how he's so poor in the air. He only won 2 out of 6 of his aerial battles. He does give the ball away a hell of a lot, but he looks like he's trying to make things happen. The injury to him is a problem, because I think it means that you're just going to see Højlund now every minute of every game till the end of the season, and that honestly doesn't fill me with any level of excitement. Ultimately, nothing that he tried came off, so it's a 5 out of 10 performance, but he will be a miss, bizarrely. Off the bench, we saw... Honestly, did anyone do anything of note? Mainu on too late. Luke Shaw had 2 key passes far too late. Rasmus Højlund did nothing, as usual. Mason Mount came on the same time as Højlund, pretty ineffective, minimal influence. Dorgu came on at the same time. It was okay. Like, none of them moved the needle, really, did they, when they came off the bench. So for the gaffer, probably a 4 out of 10. Tactically, I think we got it wrong. I don't know what other options you had necessarily available to you. The changes were not great. We were poorly prepared. The substitutions didn't really bring anything to the table, and we got pumped. So you can't really get more than that. Anyway, wow, Jesus. All eyes on Lyon, eh? Let's hope it can be better than that was yesterday. Please give us your thoughts in the comments below. We're going to do XG files tomorrow, me and Ronnie. So any questions for that, bang them in the chat. And I'll catch you in the next one. Laters.
Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, 5-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.